Hey guys, this is Maru from Reef. We love wreck diving and have been fortunate enough to dive some amazing wrecks all over the world. In this video, we thought we would share 15 wrecks that we have dived that you can access from the shore. Freediving a wreck from the shore gives you more time to explore and means you can rock up when you want, compared to going on a dive boat where you may be more limited on time and on a schedule. All of these wrecks are within a couple of 100 meters swim from the beach and can be dived by scuba divers too. The first wreck on our list is the SS President Coolidge. This huge 200-metre long wreck rests a mere 150 metres from shore. Lying on its port side, the bow of the Coolidge is around 18 metres. In the shallower sections of the wreck, there's plenty to see and explore. Here you can find a 3-inch gun with some large shells stacked next to it, while cargo hold 2 is still full of interesting equipment and is well worth a look inside. The stern of the wreck is unfortunately too deep for most of us, as it lies at almost 70 metres. Often regarded as one of the best wreck dives in the world, the SS President Coolidge was an American ocean liner serving as an army transport ship in World War II. On October 6, 1942, the Coolidge hit 2 mines just south of the island of Espiritu Santo in Vanuatu. The captain, knowing the ship was doomed, tried to beach it. Luckily, the majority of the crew managed to disembark. However, after 90 minutes, the ship began to sink and slide into the channel. Just along from the President Coolidge wreck is the unique $1 Million Point. The dive site is essentially an underwater scrapyard, consisting of discarded equipment left behind by the Americans at the end of World War II. At the time, the equipment was said to be worth over $1 million, which is where the name comes from. Among the wreckage you can find sandbags, Coke bottles, ladders, concrete reinforcements, jeeps, trucks, trailers and even a small island ferry. The wreckage starts almost as soon as you enter the water and continues all the way down to around 25 to 30 metres. The scrapyard has become an artificial reef and home to a large number of fish and eels, so keep an eye out for marine life. The Solomon Islands was a place of intense fighting between the Japanese and Americans in World War II. As a result, there are numerous shipwrecks, with one body of water being nicknamed Iron Bottom Sound due to the huge number of ships sunk there. The Hirokawa Maru is one of many Japanese cargo ships sunk in the Iron Bottom Sound during World War II. In November 1942, she was attempting to get supplies to the Japanese soldiers that were fighting to capture the island of Guadalcanal. American warships and aircraft attacked the Hirokawa Maru and she was forced to beach herself to save supplies. She is located at the south end of Benegi Beach and is also referred to as the Benegi One. The bow of the wreck is just 20 metres from the shore and it lies at a depth of around 3 metres. The seabed falls away quickly to over 50 metres at the stern. The superstructure at the bow was heavily salvaged in the 1960s and is quite open, making it easy to explore. Beautiful coral has grown over most of the wreck, which is over 150 metres in length. The Kinugawa Maru, also known as the Benegi 2, is the shallower of the 2 wrecks at Benegi Beach. Parts of the wreck are so shallow that they stick up out of the water and most of the shape can be seen from the air. The Kinugawa Maru was attacked at the same time as the Hirokawa Maru and was also forced to beach herself. Today, the remains of the bow sit just metres from the beach, while the stern rests at 28 metres. Parts of the wreck are quite open and offer some cool swim-throughs. Marine life has colonised the wreck, making a fantastic coral garden which supports a large abundance and variety of fish. We even spotted a turtle and reef shark on one of our free dives. The KYUSYU Maru is another Japanese cargo ship that was attacked by the Americans in World War II, making it the 3rd shipwreck that can be free-dived from the shore on the island of Guadalcanal. Sitting between 7 and 47 metres and 140 metres in length, the wreck is huge. The bow area has been heavily salvaged and is now a coral garden. Swimming out a bit further is a row of metal pillars, which was where we spent most of our time freediving. Just behind these pillars, the depth drops to around 13 metres and continues to drop all the way down to the stern at 47 metres. Much of the wreck deeper down is broken up, although the stern is still intact and rests on its port side. The next wreck is actually a sunken American aircraft which was shot down by the Japanese during World War II. The gun turret, main wings and cockpit area are still on the seabed, so there's plenty to explore. The B-17 bomber sits approximately 50 metres from the beach, lying between 13 and 20 metres depth on a sandy bottom. Damselfish, sweetlips and jacks can be found around the wreck, as well as moray eels and glassfish. It's not every day you get to dive a submarine wreck. This World War II Japanese submarine was forced onto the reef after it was attacked by 2 New Zealand warships. It is around a 200-metre swim from the beach, first north, then east along the reef. We were lucky to have a local paddle out in his kayak to show us the location. The bow of the wreck is very broken up due to being blown apart when a salvage operation accidentally set off a still live torpedo. The wreck is 97 metres in length and lies between 5 and 28 metres depth. The deeper down you go, the more clear and intact the submarine is. Any diving or freediving enthusiast who have been to Bali will most likely have dived the USAT Liberty wreck. Often listed as one of the best wreck dives in the world, the ship lies just metres from the shore near the town of Tulamben. In World War II, the Liberty was hit by a torpedo from a Japanese submarine. She was towed to Tulamben and beached there. However, in 1963, tremors from the nearby volcano Mount Agung caused the ship to slide into the sea where she rests today. Large parts of the wreck still remain in reasonable condition, including the cargo hold and stern, both of which have great swim-throughs. The diversity of marine life on the wreck is superb, ranging from large fish species such as bumphead parrotfish and barracuda to turtles, eels, nudibranchs and of course lots of coral. The depth of the wreck ranges from as shallow as a few metres to over 30 metres, making it great for all levels of divers. A 40-minute drive along the coast at Ahmed is the Japanese wreck, a great little wreck dive which freedivers and snorkelers can enjoy. Not much is known about the wreck, however it is believed to be from World War II. She is full of life, with many fish making it their home, while fantastic coral has colonised large parts of the structure. The wreck is super shallow and parts of it almost protrude from the surface. Her bow rests closest to the shore and the stern drops down to around 10 metres. Situated less than 50 metres from the shore near the town of Tobaiba on Tenerife is the El Peñon wreck. A former tugboat, she was scuttled in 2006 to form an artificial reef after 49 years of service in the port of Santa Cruz. She is virtually intact with all the hatches and doors taken off to make it diver friendly. Freediving schools in Tenerife often train at the El Peñon wreck. There are some great swim-throughs all the way down into the engine room. The wreck leans on its starboard side, sitting at 32 metres on a sandy slope. The El Farood is one of the best wrecks for recreational divers in Malta and is also great for freediving. In 1995, she suffered an explosion while in dry dock, resulting in the deaths of 9 people. She sat in dock for another 3 years before being scuttled off the south coast of Malta. The superstructure of the bridge starts at around 18 metres, with the main deck sitting at 26 metres and the seabed at 36 metres. The ship is actually split in two, and it is possible to swim underneath parts of the hull. Many fish congregate around the bridge, including bream, jacks and barracuda. If you're feeling brave, it's possible to enter inside the bridge and descend all the way down to the engine room. Sitting a couple of hundred metres apart just off the northwest coast of Malta are the wrecks of the Rosie and P29. The Rosie is an old tugboat that was purposely scuttled to form a dive attraction. Her mast starts at around 20 metres in depth, but the majority of the wreck is at around 30 to 34 metres. The P29 was a Maltese patrol boat scuttled in 2007 and another great wreck to dive. Most of the ship is over 30 metres in depth, however her mast rises as shallow as 12 metres. Unfortunately we ran out of time and did not manage to dive it. Malta has quite a few tugboat wrecks scuttled in its waters, and this one is simply referred to as Tug 2. Not much is known about the ship apart from it was scuttled in 2013. The wreck is around a 250 metre swim out from the Exiles Beach Club in Slima. The dive site is quite exposed, with boat traffic often using the nearby harbour. As the wreck was purposely scuttled, all the doors and hatches have been taken off, making it easy to explore inside. There is a nice swim through into the bridge and down into the engine room, then out of a large hatch to the main deck. The top of the bridge sits around 17 metres and the seabed is at around 22 metres. Valletta, the capital of Malta, is one of the few cities in the world where you can freedive a warship that served in World War II. The HMS Maru was a British warship that was involved in the attack of the famous German battleship Bismarck in 1941. In 1942, she was sunk by German aircraft while at anchor in the harbour in Malta. She was refloated and scuttled in her current location. Today, only the forward part of the ship remains, much of which is buried in the sand. The mounts where the main guns used to sit can still be seen, and there is a nice swim through along one of the decks. The wreck is around a 75 metre swim out to the centre of St Elmo Bay, where the depth ranges between 10 to 15 metres. That rounds up our list of wrecks you can freedive from shore. Thank you for watching this video. We hope it will inspire you when planning your next diving trip. The GPS coordinates for these wrecks are in the description below, along with the links to our website and social media accounts, which have more information about the wrecks. Subscribe for more freediving and diving videos, and let us know in the comments about wrecks that you have dived or recommend.